The world is on the edge right now. Trump just blew up global trade. $10 trillion wiped off stock markets in days. Oil above $110. US and China in an economy war, nobody knows how to stop. Middle East tensions that had everyone holding their breath. And in the middle of all this chaos, every investor I speak to is asking the same question. Where the hell do I put my money? Stocks? Volatile. Bonds? Uncertain. Gold? Already surged. Their home market? Don't even get me started on that. Everyone is frozen, waiting and watching, hoping the noise stops before they have to make decisions. Here's the thing, I've seen this before, exactly this. Different crisis, same fear, same paralysis. I watched what happened to the people who didn't. My name is Shahid, third generation in real estate, 10 years across two markets, and what I'm about to show you in next 10 minutes, I've lived it. I watched it happen in real time with real clients and real money. So before you make your next move or before you decide not to make a move, watch this. So I'm Delhi born, third generation in real estate. My grandfather did this, my father did this. I grew up sitting in property office before I even understand what property was. So when I moved to Dubai and experienced this market for the first time, something clicked that I was not expecting. So back home in India, real estate is complicated and messy. Legal gray areas everywhere. You need connections just to do a clean deal. You spend half of your money just protecting to yourself. So Dubai was complete opposite, planned, transparent, systemized, diversified. Someone from any country in the world can walk in, buy property and own it 100% and sleep at night knowing the law is protecting them. And the returns after 10 years across both markets, I have genuinely never seen capital appreciation like what this city delivers. But only, and I mean only, if you actually invest, which brings me to the story I want to tell you today. Go back to 2020 with me. That was a time of COVID, full lockdown. The world is shutting down. Dubai, one of the most buzzing cities on the earth, is a ghost town. I'm telling you, it's a ghost town. Downtown empty, mall closed, tourism gone, flights cancelled. My phone was still ringing, not with the buyers, with the people asking me, Shahid, should we wait? And I understood them. I genuinely did. Nobody knew how long this would last. Nobody knew what the world looked like on the other side. These were smart, careful, rational people making what felt like the only sensible decision. So they waited and they watched, and the market didn't care. What happened to Dubai real estate after COVID is now history. Prices didn't just recover, they exploded. 2021, 2022, 2023, 3 consecutive years of double-digit growth. Some areas doubled, more than doubled. People who bought during the fear, during the uncertainty, during the ghost town moment made life-changing returns. And the calls started coming back. Same clients, same voices, different energy. Shahid, can we get the apartment in downtown? Shahid, can we get the apartment in Furjan? Shahid, what happened to the villa we looked at? Shahid, is that price still available? I had to look them in the eye and say, those prices are gone. That window closed. The opportunity they were waiting to feel comfortable about, someone else took it. Someone who was just as uncomfortable, just as uncertain, but moved anyway. I still feel bad about those conversations. Not because I did anything wrong, because these were good people who deserved better outcome. And the only thing standing between them and those outcomes was 4 words. Wait and watch. So let's talk about what's actually happening. Not the headlines, the really underneath them. Trump's tariffs just reshaped global trade overnight. About $10 trillion gone from the markets in days. Investor in Europe, India, Asia, sitting on cash, they don't know where to deploy. Oil has crossed $110. That puts pressure on inflation globally. Central banks are stuck. Rate cuts get delayed. Traditional safe havens feel less safe. US China decoupling is accelerating. Supply chains are being rerouted. Capital is looking for neutral ground. And here's what happened in the middle of all that chaos. Dubai property inquiries surged from Europe, from India, from Russia simultaneously. Not because of a marketing campaign, because serious money has instincts. And the instinct right now is pointing here in Dubai. Look at the actual numbers of Q1 2026. 47,996 transaction, AED 176.7 billion in value, up 23.4% year on year. January 2026 alone, the single highest monthly transaction value in the entire history of Dubai of real estate. While the world was panicking, serious investors moving quietly, deliberately. That's the pattern every single time. And let me tell you why this city specifically. I have seen two real estate markets deeply, India and Dubai. And the difference is not just the numbers, it's the system. This city is planned in a way that I have genuinely never seen anywhere. Everything works. The legal framework protects you. The process is transparent. The government is invested, literally, in making this city success. Their personal wealth is tied to Dubai's growth. The alignment of incentives is rare anywhere in the world. Zero income tax, zero capital gain tax, 100% foreign ownership. Currency is pegged to the dollar, giving you monetary stability even everything else is volatile. And demographically, the story only gets stronger. Dubai's population crossed 4 million in 2025. Vision 2040 targets 5.8 million. Private school enrollment up to 6% last year. That's not tourists, that's families putting down roads, building lives, creating structural demand. That doesn't evaporate when headlines change. And since 2021, Dubai has issued over 250,000 golden visa. People are not just investing here, they are staying here. In a world that's fragmenting, where the US is weaponizing its financial system, where the Europe is under economic pressure, where emerging markets are volatile, Dubai sits in the middle as the neutral hub that benefits from everyone else's chaos. So that's not luck, that's by design. Now I have to be straight with you, because if I only told you the good stuff, I'd be just another agent or another real estate person trying to close a deal. So that's not what I am here for. Around 210,000 units are entering in the Dubai market in 2026. That is a real number and you need to know it. In specific areas, mid-market apartments, studios, heavy corridors, peripheral location like parts of JVC, Dubai South, and some extent Dubai Land, there is genuine oversupply risk. Yields could compress, prices could soften. If someone tells you every part of Dubai is equally attractive right now, walk away from that conversation. But here's the context those headline miss. Historically, 30 to 40% of announced supplies gets delayed or phased. Actual completions almost never match projections. And villas, completely different story. Undersupplied family demand is structural and accelerating. You cannot build more land in Emirates, so you cannot manufacture more waterfront. And the prime locations for me is now, I would say maritime city, I would like to say the valley also, where you are going to get the land. So it's a collection of micro markets, each with a completely different risk and return profile. Knowing which one you are buying into, that's not optional, that's everything. Let me leave you with something I genuinely believe after 10 years in this business. The best investments I have ever seen people make in Dubai were never made when things felt completely comfortable. They were made when someone had done their homework, understood the risk clearly, found the right asset in the right location, and then had the courage to move when everyone around was hesitating. The clients I feel worst about in my entire career are not the ones who invested and faced challenges. Markets have cycle. You have to navigate them. The ones I feel worst about are the ones who waited for certainty and never came, who watched from the sidelines, who called me back asking for prices that no longer existed. Right now, the noise is really loud, and I'm not dismissing the uncertainty, it's real. But underneath the noises, the fundamentals of this city are stronger than have ever been. The question is not whether Dubai is a good investment. The question is whether you are going to be person who moved when it mattered, or the person calling me 2 years from now asking for you today's prices. I don't want that call, and honestly, neither do you. If you want a real conversation, not a pitch, not a brochure, just honest numbers, real risks, and a straight answer about whether this makes sense for your specific situation. So the link is in the bio, in the description. DM me directly, my number is there. And if this video made you think differently about anything, share it with someone sitting on the fence right now. They need to hear this more than you do. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll make sure I will gonna put very interesting numbers which gonna make a good difference. So signing off, Mohammed Shahid from 3x.